stuff. So, been a busy week. Lots of going to other clients' homes and fixing things and doing bids. And I did live on a big sale that I had. Kind of went over a little bit of what we got going on there. I'll show you some of what we're doing in that bid, and I'll show you some of what we got going on in the shop. We got lots of painted furniture, new stuff to look at, and yeah, we're gonna kind of go from there. So, I guess we'll start. I got this. So sometimes I get in pieces that clients start on. So this person wanted to paint their own piece of furniture, and they thought they could get the nice glossy finish that we have. You can clearly see they did a little bit of brush strokes going on here. It's kind of rough, man. So anyway, they stopped clearly and realized this wasn't going to work. So then they called us and just paid the money. So anyway, I kind of laugh when I see this because it's really hard. There's a lot of work that goes into making glossy furniture. And the truth is, a lot of people think they can high gloss lacquer furniture at home and get the right look that we have. And it doesn't end up working out too well for them. So yeah, that client's going to have us do it, and we're happy to do it for them. So coming to the wood shop. All right, wood shop, what do we got in here? So still got all of these credenzas over here. I haven't got to. We got 3 60-inch credenzas here, cut on CNC router. We'll get all that stuff put together hopefully next week. Over here, we're working on dressers. This is all our faux bamboo composite, right? And you can see right here, I'm starting to lay out the X pattern on our popular X Vanity. And yes, I literally hand make all of this stuff right now. So truth is, I need to make a mold for all of this stuff, for all the different sizes. Like this is I think this is a 30. I do a 24, a 30, a 36, a 42, and a 48. So I need to make molds for all of those, and it'll make my life a lot easier. But truth is that I just don't have the time. Like it takes a lot of time to make these molds. Basically, you have to make dummy parts, and you have to build up all that faux bamboo on basically a dummy part. You lay your mold on top of that, and then when that mold's dry, you have a mold forever. But again, each one of my molds to make like the master mold probably takes me a good 4 to 6 hours, because you really do want to take a lot of time to make sure that it's perfect, because that's going to be the mold you're going to use forever. Because truth is, when you're making, go back over my faux bamboo. When you're making faux bamboo parts, like here, we'll look at this one here real quick. Start with this, okay? So this bit of faux bamboo composite that I have right here, I can get probably 50 to 75 pores out of this, and then I have to remake it, because you'll start to get imperfections in your pores. You don't want that, because then you're just doing a ton of sanding, and a little bit of sanding is okay, but you don't want a ton of sanding. So you have to make really good molds, and you have to have fantastic masters. That way you don't have to keep remaking stuff. So here's what, I'll show you guys the molds real quick. So the molds themselves, and flip back over. Here's what our molds look like, right? So we make these master molds for all of our composite parts. And like I said, every maybe 50 to 75 pores, I have to make a new one of these. So I have to go back, pull my master piece, and make a new mold. Same thing with all of our composites in here. This is how we pour all of these faux bamboo composite parts are all poured on these silicone molds, right? It's very old school, and it's definitely not fast. It's quite slow, to be honest, but that's how we do it. And it's the only process I know that works. I've tried to outsource this stuff. I've tried to get injection molds made, and truth is that injection molding is like about $150,000 to get a decent injection mold done, and it's just a massive process, and I don't have the capital or the time to deal with it. So we got Quinn Adams coming in. Good morning, Quinn. Everyone hit the like button, the subscribe button. My name's Eric Wilk, and I own the Resplendent Crow. I say this in all my videos. We're a small furniture company here in St. Louis, Missouri. Got about 7 employees, do about low 7 figures a year, make about 500 pieces a year. And we make boutique furniture. We high gloss lacquer. We're known for our high gloss lacquer. We're known for this finish that we have. And we make fantastic furniture. And anyway, just try to put this content out there to show you guys what a real furniture business is like. And this is what we do. I do it every week. I show people what's in the shop. So we're going to go through the shop. Starting with faux bamboo, I was just talking about all the composites that I make, all the faux bamboo furniture that we're known for. It's how we make it, is doing old school molds. I don't have a better method. If anyone knows of a better method, man, I would love to know it. So anyway, flipping back in the wood shop, or I should say more of the assembly shop. These are end panels, right? So we got 2 sets of end panels here for a pair of 65-inch dressers we have to make, part of our Emily line of furniture. So those are going to be coming in. If you go on the resplendentcrow.com, Google Emily dresser, and you'll see the different Emily dressers that we have. We got big china cabinets here. So these are part of our Athens Greek key line. And we fabricate these. I'm making 2 of them right now. I got this one here, and I got this one here, right? And it has, of course, the decorative faux bamboo detail, which this particular collection of furniture is known for. And my hinges just came in yesterday. These are solid brass hinges from Deltona, who makes beautiful brass stuff. So you get on their website, and actually I think you can get this stuff on Amazon. And anyway, it's beautiful. They do all kinds of finishes, but these are actually solid brass, which is nice. And they're not terribly expensive. I want to say a set of these things is like maybe 20 bucks, So anyway, we do, for this particular cabinet, we'll do 1, 2, 3 hinges on each side, butt hinges, and they look really nice when it's all lacquered, because you got that beautiful, say green color with a nice contrast of the brass. So it's a really cool looking piece, and people seem to really like them. It's a fantastic seller. I'm doing lots of Greeky furniture. I have lots of Greeky furniture to show you guys on this particular What's in the Shop Friday. So that's what's going on today. I got to make the doors for these cabinets. We'll get that done, get these hinges installed, and then I'm doing faux bamboo work. So I'll flip over here. We got these vanities. I might have shown these last week. I don't know if these things have even moved. But anyway, I started to do the faux bamboo work on these. So this is the X pattern that these things are kind of known for, and then we'll carry that pattern down onto our doors, right? We'll make sure that the knuckles of our faux bamboo line up, so you get a nice detailing along there, and then of course we'll put it on the side as well, and hopefully the knuckles will line up with the knuckles on the legs. So these are real popular. These are what I call a bread and butter cabinet. These I probably sell 50 to 75 of them a year, and it helps make me lots of money. So high margin cabinet, because we're so good at making them. So other things we gotta do, we gotta fix this vintage furniture. So for people that don't know, that Resplendent Crow was founded on painting vintage furniture. We would sand it, we would fix it, we would high gloss lacquer paint it, and we'd ship it all over America. Now we make more furniture than anything. We make 75% of everything I sell is something that we make in-house. So vintage furniture's kind of taken a little bit of a back seat, but with tariffs coming in, it's going to help on the vintage side, right? Because you're going to have more people who are going to want a cheaper alternative. And truth is, buying vintage furniture is cheaper than having new furniture made, obviously. But it's going to be great. And as an American furniture manufacturer, there's less competition from abroad due to the increase in prices, especially in places like China and Vietnam. So that drives more potential customers our way. So, all right, so come back to this China cabinet here. I'll show you what we're doing here. All right, so this particular China cabinet is the top, I should say, this is a Bernhardt. The company Bernhardt, they're an American manufacturer. They're fantastic. They make beautiful furniture. But anyway, this piece had a mirror in the back, right? So it'd be all mirror along here. So we take that mirror out, we throw it away, and we're gonna put a solid back in here, which is, it'll actually be 1/4 inch MDF, but then we will put paper on here. So we'll use either a fabric or a paper along the back end. So you'll have that beautiful contrast of color and then whatever kind of patterned paper the client picks back there. Very unique look, but you have these old school can lights, right? So right here and right here, these are old school. We use LEDs. So our LEDs literally just screw to the existing top, and it's a very quick install, and they're also on remotes, so just modern technology. So we'll make an 1/8 inch panel, and we'll slide that panel along here so that it covers up all this stuff, because you can't fill these and then paint them. The Bondos and fillers that we have don't fill well enough in order to not see that halo right there. So, and the puck lights that we use are smaller than this diameter. So anyway, so that's what we gotta do, that and fix that and get it kicked out of here. Then we can take it over to our paint department, which we'll go to next. So, all right, so into the paint department. So like I said, this old school building. We got these big, massive fire doors. See this thing? Look how thick that thing is. I think it's probably 2.5 inches. Anyway, these old school doors, when the fire would come in, right, it would cause these things to melt, which would drop this weight, and then the door will automatically close. And that was your fire protection back in the day. So kind of interesting. All right, what's up? So I showed you guys a bid I did yesterday. Okay, so this is the cabinet that I showed the client. I sold this for $7,500, but the client said they want it out of basically a flame mahogany. So when they came in and just looked at that particular cabinet, they really liked the walnut, But I showed them a picture of a sideboard that was done out of flame mahogany that I had pictures of from my files. Anyway, they said they wanted that. So the upcharge on mahogany, flame mahogany versus walnut, there's definitely an upcharge. That mahogany is more expensive because you got to buy really nice veneers, and those veneers are very expensive depending on where you get them from. So anyway, sold that credenza in mahogany. So I got to finish up this walnut one. I got to build a new one out of freaking mahogany. So super excited about that. It's a lot of work. So, all right. Not much going on in the wood shop. It's just kind of a mess. Honestly, I just need to clean it all up. You can see that normal wood shop, it's covered in freaking dust. I got drops over here. All this shit needs to be cleaned up. And yeah, save that for the weekend. But finally got my wood rack in, which I showed you guys before. I've never had my own wood rack. So that's kind of cool. And yeah, so that's what's going on. So all right, now go on to the paint department. Into the paint department. Okay, so in here, we don't have a ton of stuff. The guys got most of their stuff done, and actually it's all in our drying room. So over here, we got a couple pieces. This is 70-inch Zane credenza. This is probably my #1 selling piece of furniture. More people coming in. Cameron, good morning, Cameron. Let me know where you're at. Hit the like button and add to the comments, man. Let me know what you do. So this is the color bottle green, and people really like this color. This is looks like coat #1. You could still see, if I get it the light right here, you could still see some of the styrations, and that's meaning that we need to get another coat of lacquer on here to build that up. As you build up coats of lacquer, a lot of the imperfections from the material below will cease to exist. And that's one of the secrets to getting a nice high gloss lacquered finish is you have to have lots of coats. Anyway, so this is coat #1. You can see there's a little bit of reflection going on there, but it'll get substantially better as we lay the coats on. So we'll probably put another coat on the side here. 2 will probably be plenty for this. The top will get 3. The door fronts will get 3 as well. So anyway, that's kind of what I have going on there. This is a color called Oval Room Blue, I believe. Oval Room Blue. And a vintage piece. I believe it's a Thomasville piece. But anyway, nice looking. Still needs some work. And of course, we got gobs of drawer boxes. Like I said, I build all my own drawer boxes. So we make all of these in-house. I don't outsource my drawer boxes like most people. And you notice that my drawer boxes are all made of cherry wood. I'm not using that bullshit maple stuff that everyone uses where all the drawer boxes look the same. People pay us to get something nice and new. And so we make a product that other people don't make. And that's, again, one of the things you can do to make more money. If you want to distinguish yourself as someone who's wanting to get into the furniture game or the paint game, do something other people aren't doing, right? Cherry drawer boxes are fantastic. And a lot of people just don't do it because truth is most cabinet shops don't make their own drawer boxes. They outsource a lot of that stuff, and that's fine. It's just whatever your business model is. But they all look the same. They all look like they go in kitchens. They all look like they go in bathrooms because that's where most of the drawer box manufacturers sell their drawer boxes. And so if you're a furniture maker and you don't make your own drawer boxes, odds are you're going to have a drawer box that looks like it belongs in a kitchen or a bathroom. So don't do that. All right, let's go to the paint. We're going to our drying room here. Kind of see what we got going on here. Hold on, guys. Let me get my clamp here. Hold on, patience. Okay. All right, so in here today, we got all kinds of stuff. Lots of, not a ton of different colors. These are all kind of blues and greens, it looks like. All right, so we got our Greek key console. We'll dig that thing out, and again, you guys can see all the nice reflections. We got these end tables here. Let's pull one of these out and kind of see what we got here. Coming out. Be kind of careful. All right, so this actually is a really pretty blue. I don't know what exactly this is. You can see how we lay the stuff on here. We just kind of build up our little carts, and then we spray around onto some of these carts, and everything builds up with paint. So we have to make new carts, fairly regularly. There's just no way to get around that paint. Yeah, you can wrap everything in masking paper, which is helpful. But truth is, when you're moving so many parts around, people aren't going to take the time to do that, and it's almost easier just to make new carts. But anyway, so you can see the grain. So this is going to be first coat. So this will dry over the weekend. The guys will come in on Monday. They'll 320 sand this. They'll probably use just regular old sandpaper, do it by hand, sand this thing. And same thing with the sides. They'll take the sides and they'll sand along the side here. And then this thing will go in and be resprayed. And it'll get its second coat, and it'll probably be good enough. It'll probably be decent, but that actually looks pretty nice. But yeah, fantastic color. Set this thing over here. We'll work our way back to what else we got in here. back in the room. So, okay, so this is a replica of a Landstrom Tallboy that I built. So we'll dig this out and see how this looks. I think this is coat number 2. These doors out of here. If I try to do this thing one-handed, is not the easiest thing in the world. I do these videos on Friday because nobody is here. Everyone, we work 410s, and so I can just come in the shop all by myself. But anyway, you can see when the finish is actually applied. We got all our coats built up. You can see the gloss is spectacular. It's a really nice looking finish. So here, I'll pick this up. Get in here. All right, so get into some actual light. Got to get better light in my shop. Anyway, you can see the gloss is beautiful, right? And this is just a blue, so not super glossy like you'd see with like a black or red, but really nice looking and super pretty. You see, the other thing we do is we see the screws, run screws into boards. That way you don't have a bunch of contact points on your pieces, right? See how that kind of works? Good way to do it. So, okay, so we'll move this out of here. We'll get into more cabinets. It's over there. Again, everything kind of just starts drying over here. It starts in the drying room in here and then moves out. We'll pull this cabinet out real quick. So again, the gloss of this is fantastic. This is exactly what we want. And it's not as deep and impressive as some of the other colors. All right, coming out. It's not as impressive as some of the other colors, but that's okay. It's really nice, and I think the client is absolutely going to love it. And again, you can see the gloss is good. This is what we want. Like I said before, we grade all of our surfaces, right? So the side of a cabinet is generally going to be a B surface, B as in boy, and this is what we want. You can see, if you look in the light, you can see some of the imperfections. So that's probably going to be okay. Maybe not though. So work my way up. I'll try to come in here and kind of show you guys. You can see right in here, it's not really orange peel. To me, it looks like we need to sand this and it needs one more coat of paint. So it's decent, but it's not great. So I think we're gonna end up having to redo the side. Yeah, here you go. You can kind of see it on the side. You see all that? Can't have that. So Monday, we'll block sand this flat and we'll respray the sides for sure. Let's see the other side. The other side, I would assume, probably looks the same. Turn this thing around. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, we got the same thing going here. So this thing literally just needs another coat of paint. That's what it's gonna boil down to. So this particular, whatever this I guess is maple ply that I'm using here, this stuff clearly is absorbing the paint quite a bit. So yeah, so that's what we'll do. We'll sand it, hit it one more time. But the face looks really nice. Face will be fine. The drawer fronts look really nice. So we probably won't respray those, it's not necessary. The trim pieces all look really good. And it's a good replica. But you can see that we leave all the slides in and we just tape them off and pull this off here. It's pretty common. We could take out the slides. The truth is that we don't want to adjust them on reassembly. And because it's painted, everything's painted, it's okay to have the inside of your cabinet with overspraying it. It's part of the process. It's perfectly fine. But anyway, so you can see how our slides work in there. We just tape them up and that's it. Call it good. And then when the assembler comes in, puts everything back together, everything lines up. All the fronts line up perfectly and it speeds up reassembly. Back in here, we got a big ass table in here, excuse me, desk. This big blue desk, this came in, it was all cracked out. We had to respray it. So that's kind of what we got going on there. I'm gonna pull this console table out and see how this thing looks. I really like this Greek key furniture. It's just, again, you can see that. Look how deep that is. It's really nice. Pull this out here. Come on. Here we go. Yeah, this is cool. Look at that. Look at that shine. That's what people want. That's what everyone's paying for. They just love the deep shine on all these colors. I'll tell you guys something about these deep colors. There's a lot of people love seeing this stuff on the internet. When it comes to actually pulling the trigger and buying it, most people go with whites and go with grays. Very rarely do people go with these really nice deep colors. But anyway, so see, it looks really nice. It's a fantastic finish. The gloss is really good. Let's see if I can get my camera to go over this thing really well. So yeah, you can see that it's looking, let me jump up on this cart here. So yeah, we got a really good looking finish along here. Again, you can see all the gloss is really good. That's what we want. We want to have that nice mirror-like quality. You can see the fretwork in the, which is up here, right? So it's very nice. So yeah, this turned out really good. People, I think, are really gonna like this. Yeah, it looks amazing. So I'm real happy with this. But same deal. You mask off all your slides. Great solving. So yeah, very nice. Guys did a good job on that. All right, I think that's all I'm gonna look at in the drying room. Yeah, we got more stuff to look at there. We got greens and things like that, but I'm not gonna worry about that. So we got Frizz coming in. Good morning, nice to see you. Good morning, everyone. Showing everyone the furniture we got coming in, what we got done this week. It's What's in the Shop Friday, where I just go through my shop and I show all the painted stuff we're working on, all the furniture that I'm building, and all the, like I said, all the crazy crap that we have to deal with owning a paint and furniture company. So yeah, this piece turned out great. I'm real happy with it. And yeah, now one less thing I got to worry about. The Greek Key is getting real popular. It takes a lot of time to grow a company and to grow specific lines of furniture. So let's go over and look at the dresser. So over here, coming to final assembly, and I have the dresser, the nightstands, the china cabinet, the console table, which I don't normally have. So here's the dresser that goes with the console table that I just showed you guys. And then I have the nightstands in the back. And so the client picked, it's almost like a satin green, right? So you're not gonna have a gloss on it like we would on our other pieces. But again, same Greek Key pattern. And again, it's beautiful, real happy with it. And just like before, we'll mask off all of our slides and we just paint along in there. You don't have to worry about taking out all that stuff, masking everything off all the time. It's unnecessary. So anyway, again, same crazy details, lots of layering, and this is what we do. This is how you're gonna make something in America, you gotta make it really nice because people aren't gonna pay for something that's very generic. So this is our faux bamboo 9-drawer dresser. I built these right here in St. Louis, and this is in, I believe this color is ruby, and again, it's really nice too. Got a nice gloss on this thing as well, and client should be real happy with it. But you can see, again, same thing. Whoops, sorry guys. Hold on, get this camera to juggle here. There we go. All right, so same deal. It's the originals had wood slides, so they'd be very difficult to get in and out. We rebuilt this thing, made it taller and made it wider. The original's only 31 inches tall. Ours are 35, and we do them in 38 inches as well, depending on how tall the client needs it. The slides are all under soft close undermounts, so they come out super easily. You can just open them all, push them in with one hand. But the slides, here's a number for you. Each one of these slides weighs almost 2 pounds. So there's 36 of them on here. So think about, or excuse me, 18 of these. So there's 18 times 2, that's 36. So you got 36 pounds just in slides. The original would have wood slides on here. Those wood slides might weigh a pound, all of them. So this dresser is heavy as shit. And the truth is that you can't see it, but back behind this piece of trim right here, underneath is a piece of 1.5 by 1.5 inch tube steel. And that tube steel runs from this end panel all the way down to that end panel to support the span so that you don't need a center leg, okay? Which, if you've ever bought vintage furniture, it almost always has a droop in it because they never did that. Also, we add back legs. Notice I got 2 legs on the back. I could get away with 1, but I had 2 because it's just easier when I'm building it. We got 2 legs, so we got full support on the back, full support on the front. So this dresser will never sag. And that's one of the things we do. That's one of our selling points, and that's why the vintage version of this in original sizing is going to run you about $3,500. This one is $7,500, but you can have it in almost any size, and it's superior to the original. So, all right. So Frez, see, amazing woodwork. Let's see, hold on. Let's get back over here. Go into the comments real quick. Yeah, my key table bended because of the weight. Yeah, and it's just, it's a price point, and it's when you're a lot of furniture is flat pack now. It comes in a box, and you put it together with those cams and those studs, and for what it is, it's actually kind of amazing that you can build furniture that cheaply, send it all over the world, and people really like it. But truth is that it's just not going to last. You start moving it, and over the years, those studs wall her out, and yeah, it's just never the same because most of that furniture is made of particle board or MDF, and then it has some kind of a veneer or a laminate or a paper skin over it, and it is what it is. So, but yeah, it's just when we hand make furniture, in order to get the kind of money that we ask, we have to make something that most people aren't offering, and it's a unique design. It has to have a unique feature like undermount slides or heights and dimensions that aren't readily available in the original pieces. So that's kind of that's our business model, and that's how we're able to, like I said, charge what we're able to charge. All right, flip over here. So we got this. I think I showed you guys this piece last week. I think we're just waiting on hardware. A lot of our clients, they love our finish, but they also like our hardware. So my wife kind of popularized the idea of getting rid of the original hardware and then putting new fancy schmancy hardware on here. So we fill all the holes here. And so we're probably waiting on some hardware to come in so that we can attach all this. And we upcharge for the hardware, and people like that. It's a good way to make extra money and get a higher margin on your products. So this is a satin desk, some kind of a gray, probably like a Pharaoh and ball type color. That's very nice. And again, satin, so you're not gonna get much of a gloss. But we take the old hardware, as you can see, and this is literally painted. This is rattle can paint. There's nothing special about this. You can do this in your garage. It's just Rust-Oleum gold paint. It works great, and we've done it for years and never had any complaints. So people are always real happy with that paint. And people ask for it, believe it or not. So it's a good look. So if you're a furniture flipper, gold paint's real popular, and it might save you some time having to clean original hardware. So this demi-lume piece got put in. So I'm actually getting ready to build one of these. So this is going to become, I'm building one of these in the style of my Greek key furniture. So ours will have Greek key all along the top like this. We'll have Greek key, and it'll have our Greek key legs that we put on our Athens line of furniture, and we'll make a jig for all the bendable wood. So the truth is, to get all these bendable doors, you have to make a master bending jig, which I've got shit tons of them in my wood shop, and you bend all your doors. So all of these would come out of one solid panel. Everything would come out of one bent panel. You just whack it all up, and you're good to go. So it's kind of how we do that. But it's cool. So I think that's kind of what I got going on here. I got a china cabinet we're putting together right now. These big china cabinets actually don't take that much work, but it's beautiful. This is looks like the Century pattern. I'm not quite sure if that's Century or not. I'm sure I could look at a drawer box and it would tell me, but it's a nice looking piece. We generally put new lights in all of these, so there's going to be some kind of a top panel that goes up in here. We'll put LED lights, and that's kind of what we do there. We'll add new hardware to the bottom of the china cabinet, and we'll ship this, of course, in pieces. And odds are, like I was telling you before, we'll have a back that goes in this cabinet, but the back will probably get some kind of a paper. We're known for putting paper in here. It's not in vogue right now to put mirrors in, so most people don't want mirrors. They want the mirrors taken out, and they want a solid color back, or they want paper. It's kind of real popular. I come over here and kind of show you guys what I'm talking about. I know I've shown this many times, but we'll show it again. This is what most people are buying now. So they're taking, you know, you got the pretty paper, you got the birds and the leaves and the bamboo trees and all that kind of stuff. And people like that. These murals are, you know, these are run anywhere from $200 to as much as $1,200 a piece. They're very expensive. And that's what people are wanting. So we'll do an upcharge to install this on existing china cabinets. And that's what they do. And like I said, the hardware, this is our hardware. We're the only ones, I believe, that make this solid brass faux bamboo hardware rings. So we upcharge on that as well. So this cabinet, you know, can sell for a really pretty penny. There's good margin on it, and it's a good business. More papers over here. Again, I know I've shown this many times, but I'll show you one more time. This paper is real popular, and anyway, this is what our clients are paying for, and it's good, thank God. Otherwise, I might have to go work for somebody else. Then I would be making videos all day and building furniture and doing what I like to do. So, all right, more comments. So we got Flan coming in. Good morning, Flan. What is this for normally? When you say this, what is this? Tell me exactly what this is. Are you talking about the paper? Because there's a couple different uses for the paper. So depending on what you're using, so the paper I just showed you, we'll go here, I'll flip back. So these are actually murals, okay? So murals are different than paper, okay? So the mural itself, we'll start with this. So the mural is gonna be ordered as sometimes people will put these on their walls, or they'll put them on their wall as like a wallpaper type situation. Other people will actually make frames out of them. So you'll take the mural as one big mural, you'll cut it up into thirds, quarters, whatever it might be, and then you frame each individual piece and they'll put it on as art, right? So, you have like, say 4 different pieces spaced out a half an inch, right? And it's like a look. And I don't dabble in what chicks like when they're decorating, but people like this stuff. And that's what they'll do with murals. And I know this because I have them in my home. They're all in my house. My wife loves them. So that's what you have going on there. Okay, so here, this is Schumacher wallpaper. So this is actually wallpaper. So you buy this in rolls that come in anything from 27 to say 36 inches wide. And then it'll be, whatever, 7-8 feet tall will be the run, whatever it might be. And you'll take that paper, they'll put it on the wall, and then they'll turn it, and they'll put it on the wall, and they'll turn it, and they'll keep doing this until you do an entire wall with paper. But we put it in the back of our cabinets, and people seem to like that kind of stuff. So that's what that stuff's used for. Let's see here. More stuff. Are you exporting your product? I'll talk about that in a second. And I have exported my product before, but the bulk of what I do is here in the United States. Most of my furniture gets sold to the East Coast, to Texas. Those are kind of the main places, and Chicago. Chicago gets a lot of my stuff too. West Coast, not very much. Truth is, over the West Coast, people really like stained furniture. Mid-century modern is still the rage over there. And don't worry, I'm going to break all those people down. They're all going to have painted furniture here in maybe 10 years. But anyway, so that's what you have there. Okay, the other thing you have, which I'll show you guys here. So I showed you the murals and I showed you the paper. Okay, here's the last thing. The last thing is fabric. All right, so this is also Schumacher fabric. Okay, so what we do here is this shade normally comes on a regular lamp, and the shade is, be like a taupey kind of color. I mean, here you can see the inside of it, right? That's the original color. But what we do is, this is a Schumacher fabric, all right? So the other one was paper. This one's fabric, all right? This is very different. And what we do is we put these on our china cabinets, just like I showed you right here. We'll put this on the china cabinet, but we also put this on lampshades. So now, instead of selling this lamp for, say, $350, this is now a $750 lamp because this Schumacher fabric is $500 a roll. It's very expensive. But that's one of the things you can do to kind of upsell and offer yourself a different product, because truth is that anybody has access to this particular shade. The shade is not anything special. It's a generic shade. There's probably, millions of them made every year, but you add a super expensive fabric to it and it changes everything. So that's kind of what we do there. I hope that answers your question. I don't know if that's exactly what you were talking about, but there I go, is my rant. Okay, so are you exporting your product? So I've sent my furniture to, like I said, the Netherlands, Switzerland, Bahamas, places like that. But I've never sent, I don't send the bulk of my stuff out. It's just too damn expensive for most people. And I hope someday that we can do that. We've talked about doing stuff in Dubai, which is I'm sure many people wanted to talk about this before, but that's a long-term goal. I've had opportunities to put my furniture in places that I would never be able to ship to, which is a whole different discussion. So I don't export a ton of stuff. I import, all my hardware is imported. I import it all from India, so I do a ton of importing. Most of my furniture, like I said, is here in America. I'll show you guys my, let me flip around here. So on the importing side, this is all of most of my hardware that I import. We've designed all of this stuff, and we work with manufacturers in India. My wife's from India, and we get all the stuff manufactured and we import it in here to the States. So that's generally what I do on the importing side. I'm just not, I don't do a ton of exporting, and I don't know why. My guess is that our stuff's too expensive, I would imagine. It can go to certain people in these other countries, but truth is that most people could never afford our furniture. It's just too damn expensive. It's expensive here in America, right? So what's it gonna be anywhere else in the world? America's the richest country on earth, except for small regions, in select countries. So exporting is really tough. I'm working on a cheaper line of furniture. I'm not supposed to use the word cheaper, but it's a cheaper line of furniture. So maybe some of that stuff could be exported, and I'll show you guys that real quick. People that follow me that have been on my streams have seen this, and this is a work in progress. And I'm showing you guys this because this is how long it takes to develop products. It's not just develop it and sell it. It's very difficult. So this entire cabinet is cut on a CNC router, every bit of it, which is very different than what we do. The Resplendent Crow was founded on the idea of hand building every piece of furniture. It's founded on the idea of super high quality craftsmanship built in the old school style, using frame and panels, hardwoods, dados, rabbets, all these kind of things. We don't use a lot of fluff techniques. It's all old school. But this particular piece, everything is UV coated plywood. Okay, so when you open up the door, see what you got there. Again, remember what I was talking about with, everyone's drawer boxes looking the same deal here. So we got maple. It's we have the edge banding on top, and it's 1/2 inch, and it's all cut on a CNC router, every bit of it. But it does have the nice undermount slides, which people like, and it has the Resplendent Crow finish, which people really want. You can see there's lots of dust in our shop because we paint and make furniture in the same facility, which you could do with lacquer. But again, you see how it has the coating that everybody wants, that beautiful hand-applied finish that everyone wants. And it also has our Resplendent Crow hardware, which people really want. So we're able to sell something at a lower price point and give people access to some of the things that they want. So some people don't care about craftsmanship, believe it or not. Most people just want something that looks nice. That's really what it boils down to. People will take, this is why people buy fake Fendi bags and fake, Louis Vuitton stuff. It's because they want to look a certain way. The fact that it's real is almost a secondary issue. So people want that Resplendent Crow finish. They want that look, and they want that Resplendent Crow hardware because it is fairly popular, but they don't all want to pay the price. So this dresser, I want to say is $3,800 or $3,900. Maybe it's $4,000. I haven't looked at it, to be quite honest. I don't know what the hell my wife priced that, but come over here, same color. This dresser is $7,500 if I'm not mistaken. So $3,000 more expensive than the one I just showed you. Okay, yes, I get it, it has more drawers, but that's not what we're talking about. The reason it's more expensive is because of this, right? Everything in here is frame and panel construction, all of it. It's all frame and panels. It's all made by hand. It has all the appropriate nailers glued in. Everything is jointed together. This cabinet, without any glue, would stand on its own. It doesn't need any glue to be put together. That's the difference between a cabinet, like what I got over here. Come back over our dresser here. This cabinet could not stand on its own with its joints. It just couldn't. It's not designed that way, and it might be kind of hard to show you. See if we can come over. I don't really want to. I can't really pull the drawer out by my. Well, maybe let's just take a stab at it. Why not? Let's see if we can do it. Hang on here. All right, here we go. I can do this. Okay, so notice the inside of this dresser doesn't have the frame and panel construction, right? So you just got a runner along here, right? And you'll have nailers in the back, but the entire cabinet is assembled at one time. That's the whole point of it. It's all assembled at one time, and it's done. All of the slides, everything is pre-drilled at the CNC level so that all the slides can just be screwed on right away. And again, it's nice looking. And it's a stout cabinet. It's going to be a little bit better than your like IKEA grade furniture, but it is CNC cut, but it does have the finish that people want. It does have the hardware that people want, and it's beautiful. Okay, so that's just the nature of business. You have to do these kind of things. So anyway, okay, more people coming in. What do we got here? Batsheet Crazy. Great name. Yeah, what's up? Good morning. Just showing everyone the shop, showing people kind of what we got going on here. My name is Eric Wilkin. I own the Resplendent Crow. We manufacture about 500 pieces of furniture here in St. Louis, Missouri. We high gloss lacquer furniture. We ship it all over America. And on Fridays, I show people what's in the shop, what I got going on, because it's a business. And I want people to know that this is a business, and it's a real deal furniture business. And I show people how to make things. I show people how to run this company. I show people what works. I show people what doesn't work. And I just kind of let people know that like, this is a real company. This is what you can do. And you don't need some kind of special degree or tons of money. It takes perseverance. It takes a lot of work, and it can be done. Like I said, it's not a big deal. Shop lift. I do have a shop lift in my shop, if that's what you're talking about, which, here, let's see that real quick. So this building that I'm in, here, flip over here, flip back. flip back around here. Okay, I made up to almost 50 minutes. I think I've probably done enough for one day. So we got more comments coming in. Let's see here. Sir, the sound and mic isn't working today. Yeah, sorry guys. I don't know what to tell you. Is what it is. I guess we'll call it a day. And I appreciate everyone stopping in and checking everything out. I don't know if anyone can hear me. Maybe my mic's not working anymore. But anyone have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys again on Sunday. And we'll do it again then. So everyone have a fantastic day.